You ever notice how much easier it is to close a door when the window in the room is open? You calibrate for like, the entire winter, you calibrate the amount of force required to close your door comfortably. Then you open the window to air it out because it smells like a fucking sauna in there because of your 90-minute Peloton experience this morning. Then I close my door and all of a sudden it's like, BAM! I'm like, what the hell? I wasn't angry. It's just the way how does that work, man? It's air pressure? Are you telling me I'm in a lower pressure room now? What's a hyperbolic time chamber? Is that high pressure or low pressure? Thoughts at the dude yelling at a baby on a Southwest flight?
Stuck in a holding pattern for weather, and an SW a passenger loses his mind over a baby.
That child has been crying for 40 minutes. Lower that, and you can't put your fucking finger in my face like that. Calm the child down, please. We are in a fucking tin can with a baby in a goddamn echo chamber, and you want to talk to me about being fucking okay?
Okay, because you're yelling.
So is the baby.
Okay, so you're a man.
Did that motherfucker pay extra to yell?
Okay.
No.
So,
Shut up. Fuck you and shut up.
No.
Lower your
Okay.
voice. Fuck, lower that baby's voice.
Okay. I did. It's out there.
He tried to plead his case that he had a right to yell because there was two adults with a crying baby, and he shouldn't have been disturbed. Well, that's probably not how his wife imagined their Florida getaway going.
I think I think society is kind of falling apart. Maybe that's just being online too much and for too long. But I think that increasingly a population gets ever more polarized and maybe not hating, but distrusting every stranger you come across and resenting every stranger you come across gets normalized. We've eroded the mutualistic fabric of society where we give some reasonable doubt to other people and we hope that other people do the same to us. I know that I'm the guy who says you should have to have a driver's license for shopping carts to be able to use a cart inside of Costco, and if you don't have a driver's license for shopping carts, you should be forced to use a basket. But also, if you put a gun in my hand inside of the Costco, I would simply throw it in the garbage can. I'm not a psycho. Everyone out there is just trying to live their lives. People, when other people get in my way, I don't always go, oh, you're so stupid, how could you get in my way? I do that on stream. But then, like, in my head, I'm also like, I probably do that to other people because they got stuff they're distracted with, they're stressed out, they're not paying attention because, they're thinking about making their next mortgage payment or their kids in the shopping cart going crazy. I get it. I'm not even that mad at the guy yelling at the baby. He's obviously insane. But the tweets I did see replying to it that were like, good, why should anyone on an airplane ever have to deal with a baby at all? Did you know the human brain is wired to be alarmed by baby cries, so it's literally impossible to relax when a baby's crying? Bitch, I do it every day. Could you at least try? You put the baby to bed, the baby cries, you go, okay, here's some water. They're still crying. You go, here's some food. They're still crying. You give them a hug. You sing them a song. They're still crying. You go, I don't know what to tell you, bud. I'll come back in 10 minutes. And usually in 10 minutes, they're like, shoo, shoo. It's not the as a parent card. It's just that, like, if you're not supposed to be, like, happy when a baby's crying, though, especially, it's actually fine if it's your baby because you know what you're doing. But if it's someone else's baby crying, you can be mad. That's fine. But don't act like it's like the morally defensible position that, like, if you go out in public, you should never expect to encounter a child. It's crazy. Like, your ass was a baby. Your ass was probably crying everywhere. You know how shit went in the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s when a baby was crying in public? Nobody went to Twitter to say, hey, get your crotch goblin off of my flight. They didn't even have noise-canceling headphones back then. You just said, oh, there's a crying baby on my flight. And you fucking, you know, read your book. Didn't even have Angry Birds or anything to distract you. For me, a crying baby makes me want to help the little feller, but that's weird with strangers. That's very selfless, but like, listen, you gotta understand, at some point, like, you can neglect a child, but just not all crying babies are neglected. You could give them everything that could reasonably stop them from crying, and they'll still cry. It, like, just because you hear a crying baby, it doesn't, like, do you think the parents never thought, like, oh, can you stop that baby from crying? Why didn't I think of that? Hey, baby, I know you're fucking 35,000 feet in the air in a metal tube surrounded by strangers, strapped into an airplane seat you literally can't get out of. You're just shitting your pants over and over. Your ears are going like... But some 52-year-old narcissist in the back is trying to watch Top Gun Maverick on a 3.7-inch screen, and the headphones don't even work. You got to unplug the headphones like 70% from the headphone jack just to get the sound to come into both earphones. Could you keep it down? He's trying to watch Top Gun Maverick for the third time, but not really pay attention to the screen, but instead, for some reason, listen to the audio for Top Gun Maverick while watching the screen of the person that's sitting in front of him. Hey, there's a middle-aged man in the back of the plane who's never actually dealt with, like, any strife in his entire life, so a mild inconvenience seems like the worst thing that's ever happened to anybody ever. Could you keep it down? Just relax, man. I did like when he said, didn't he say, did that motherfucker pay for his seat? It's so funny. Wow, it's Southwest, idiot. Congrats, you spent $375 on a domestic flight. It's like half the cost of a PlayStation 5. What do you want me to bow down and kiss the ring? People are losing their minds these days, man. Hey, but unlike the PlayStation 5, at least the Seatback Entertainment has more than 3 exclusive games. Oh, man. Hey, Michael Stipe official. I'm just checking in. First off, thank you for the gifted subscriptions, but I'm also just going to check in. And because I'm assuming that you're also the official R.E.M. poster in chat. And the bit's been going on for a long time. I'm just doing a wellness check. Because I think I've acknowledged it once, and it's been like 10 days of R.E.M. posting. And it hasn't been like you've been here for like 15 minutes and posted a lyric and then left. Like, it's been once every half hour for like every stream. So I'm just checking to make sure you can keep doing it. Just likes R.E.M. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, I'm a big R.E.M. head myself. I think that R.E.M. is much like U2. They're over-hated because the people who spend most of their... the people who post the most online weren't around when they were in their heyday. And then, when they were in their formative years, they put out like a lot of dog shit. It's the curse of U2 as well. When the band was good and popular, you were not even a twinkle in your parents' eyes. Same thing with R.E.M. R.E.M., I mean, I wasn't there for the college rock stuff in the 80s. I wasn't there for Murmur. I had to go back later. But I was there for Automatic for the People. I was there for dung da dung da dung dung da dung da dung dung. Martin Luther, the game of life. Yeah. I was there for that. I'm that way with indie music now. I'm the worst. Missed that train. It's all right. Like, listen. If you remember what it was like when Apologies for the Queen Mary came out, then you weren't really there, man. I mean, I remember because I think I was in 12th grade. I wasn't really doing anything that damaged my short-term memory in 12th grade, though. That's a good point. The hell is Apologies for the Queen Mary? It's Wolf Parade's debut album, motherfucker. Track 1, I am a runner, and I am my you are a runner, I am my father's son. Track 2, I don't even know. It's like, keep my head up now. I don't sleep till it's when this. I'm gonna get there. Help me, help me. I don't know. Track 3, grounds for divorce. Track 9, I'll believe in anything. Did you drink Mountain Dew as a kid? Not really. I did drink a lot of, I drank a lot of Sunny D. And I drank a lot of a soda called Chubby, which came in smaller bottles, and you could buy it at the dollar store. And I drank a lot of a soda called Tahiti Treat, and I don't even know if that exists in the United States of America. It was like a tropical, it was like a carbonated fruit punch would be a good way to describe it. Never heard of it? It's one of those sodas that's kind of like a, you know, it's from a bygone era, I think. I'm sure you could probably find it in Ontario still. I haven't seen Chubby in a long time. I haven't been to a giant tiger in 14 years. I think that's where I would find it, if it still exists. But I think it was over for Chubby once Coke started making the small cans. You know, they call them the dulls, but they're anything but. We're on Tradle right off the bat today. I will say, I've been incepted a little bit. Multiple people tweeted me or typed it in chat that today's Globla is crazy hard. So I already know that Globla is going to be tough. But we'll figure it out, or we'll try to figure it out at least, okay? We've got coffee, which tends to be at the equator. So I'm definitely thinking like we're in South America or Africa. Coated flat rolled iron, cocoa beans, raw sugar, fish, dried, salted, smoked, or brined, concentrated milk, seed oils, hair products. $4 billion. You know me. I always start like, if I'm going into Africa, I always start with Uganda. Okay. He's crazy. I wouldn't act like, I mean, that was simply a weighted guess. I don't think there was that much skill involved in that one. But we'll take it. That's a pretty good one. The sight read tradle. I only, if you watched enough of the dulls, I only guess like 7 African countries. I always try like Mali. I always try Morocco. I always try Lesotho, Eswatini, Uganda, and Kenya. And that's like basically it. Okay, well, we already made it to Globla, which apparently is super hard today. It's quite far from Uganda, 4,000 kilometers. Because people told me it's hard today, normally I would be like, let's go up here. But I'm thinking that maybe 4,000 kilometers. Is it possible? And if it's not this, then I have no idea what it is. Is it possible it's Mauritius? That would just be like a... Mauritius is colder. Okay, now I'm in trouble. 4,000 kilometers this way, maybe? Could it be Cape Verde? Cape Verde is warmer, but it's still 4,000 kilometers away. Could it be an island close to Antarctica? Because, like, no country in here, you wouldn't expect it to be that hard unless it was, like, Liechtenstein. Which I probably spelled wrong. Liechtenstein is warmer. It's on, okay, it actually is in Central Europe. 410 kilometers from Liechtenstein. How about a Slovenia? Slovenia is warmer still. It's 190 kilometers from Slovenia. And it's got to be, we would expect it to be a hard country. Or maybe it was World that was hard today. 190 kilometers, if it's like this way, might put us down around north. Or, you know what? Give me Kosovo. Kosovo's cooler. My mistake. And it's further away than Liechtenstein. So it's probably up here then. Could be like, no, you know what? It could be San Marino. That would be another strange guess. The mystery country is San Marino. Okay. Because people told me it was going to be harder today, we probably got it in less guesses than we would have otherwise. Because we were primed to know that it was not going to be like Italy or Germany or anything like that. But I'll take it. Worldle is just a game about hitting F5 until I see an ad that I don't mind putting on the screen. I don't know why. I searched Tanner Pearson's hand injury, And now I'm getting ads for like heat therapy for fibromyalgia. Like this should be so obvious, I think, but I just, I'm like embarrassed that this is not coming to mind right off the bat. I think it might be Vietnam. It's not Vietnam. It's to the northeast of Vietnam. Am I crazy to think that this could be North Korea? It is North Korea. Okay, well, that was easy enough. Because I was like, it resembles South Korea, but whenever I think of South Korea, I'm always like, it kind of looks like a chicken nugget. But I guess like a lot of countries kind of look like a chicken nugget. Okay, and now it always sucks to have no momentum for phase 3 here, because the third one in Guess the Game is always impossible. This requires more mental throughput than any human being on Earth is capable of outputting. Unless it's Dark Souls 2. Or as Ozzy Osbourne would say, Dark Souls I. Okay, relevant information. We got this perfect. It is a single player and multiplayer and co-op game. Very relevant. It's later than 2014. Probably came out on the PC and then maybe modern consoles. It's not third person. Could be first person. Give me Borderlands 3. Oh! Literally, I was like, okay, Borderlands 2 we just had. But Borderlands 2, I remember, came out in 2012, because that's when I still solicited media codes, because I had a chip on my shoulder. Now I'm like, who's got the time? And I thought, because it's not third person, maybe first person's a way to go. And we got there. I think that's the only way you can get Gamedle, is to just get a miracle snipe shot like that. Because like this, if you get the saga, you win full stop. But to get this is like borderline impossible. This is like 1 out of 10 helpful. This is like 6 out of 10 helpful. But there's a staggering amount of publishers and squares and developers out there. Hey, Crack Dota, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. I honestly, engine is also completely impossible to glean too much information off, unless it's like, you know, the Frostbite engine. This is nearly useless. Very useful, potentially useful, potentially useful. So I think we just got really lucky. Give me Daily Tomato movie trivia. It's a comedy from 1982. I'm really having speaking trouble today. It's 5 words, and it's well-liked. Give me next clue. Here is a portrait of modern high school life that speaks lightly but truly to the fears and trials of post-Watergate teens. Oh, our life is so hard in 1982. The president did something immoral. Oh, people wouldn't understand what it's like to live in fast times at Ridgemont High. Easiest game of my life. Post-Watergate teens? Bro, you weren't in D.C. That's stolen valor. You're not Woodward and Bernstein. People were literally just stupider back in the day. Like, why would you do this? I just genuinely don't understand why you would do this. I mean, you ever see those like those crazy accounts on Twitter where like it's always like a marble statue talking about how life was better, you know, back when cholera was running rampant, and now that we have modern medicine, like kids just look at their phones too much and don't even make breast milk ice cream. There was one that got somehow leaked onto my For You page, and it was like, modern men, what's stopping you from doing this? And it was a bunch of people building the Empire State Building, and the dudes were walking on girders like 300 feet above the street with no harnesses or anything. What's stopping me from doing that? I'm actually smarter than they are. I'm sorry. No, it's not OSHA. Even if OSHA didn't exist, as soon as they were like, get up on the girder, I'd be like, my ass is gone. I'm gonna fall. My intelligence is stopping me from getting up on a girder as wide as my foot, 300 feet in the sky. You could not catch me doing this shit, especially in heels. Like, what is she thinking? It's nuts. This is not a practical effect, man. You think, what, just somebody drew this in the background? Maybe it is. I don't know. Anyway, this kind of hat is like straight out of the 1920s. Give me a 25. Boom. We take those. Mr. Snood, Canada! Canada mentioned! This is like an Ontario water park. I'm going to say that this is circa like the year 2000. It might be a little earlier, but I'm going to go 2000. 2001. Oh, baby! When was the back seat invented? Look at, they're so scared. This thing's probably going like, it's going like 8 kilometers an hour. And they're like, ah! Ah! Anyway, is he helping? Like, what's going on with this thing? Regardless, the license plate says 1924. So I don't have a great reason not to put it in 1924. Holy cow. Now, Mem, what's stopping you from looking like this? What's stopping you from looking like Josh Brolin just got back from the bocce ball championships? Look at this. I mean, look, even all the guys are going, whoa! A man in shorts? They got this dude wearing capris. Everybody else is like, I'm wearing a suit and a hat. This guy's like, I got damn capris on. Holy. I'm going to say this is the 1920s as well. You say this is 1925. 1930, okay. He was probably jamming with those ladies who were dancing on the Empire State Building. Okay, this is the Mueller depositions. Must have taken place in like 2019. Okay, he's crazy. We got 4488 today. He's nutty. You are now entering free dairy. This is, you can't see this sign. It says Brandywell, and it says Craig Avon Bridge. Free dairy. Always remember playing Europa Universalis, and there's a province in England called Derby. I don't know how to find it. I don't know how to go to the provincial map. All the YouTube comments, shake my head. I can't believe they called it Derby yet again. It's actually Derby. It's actually Derby. Drives me crazy. You are now entering free Derry. Does this say Yodik dickhead? Yodik is a dickhead? Yodik is Eddie is a dickhead? Is that what it says? Eddie is a dickhead? Incredible. Even in the ancient times, the graffiti has not changed. Honestly, I have no idea. I'm just going to put us... I mean, this doesn't look like... This looks like the early 90s. I'll put us like... Let me go 87 and put me in Birmingham. I'm at a loss for the geography. It was 1990. Oh, it was at Northern Ireland. Okay, that makes sense. 86-46 is still a pretty good score, though. Campus complicity with the war? I mean, listen, I don't know exactly where this is, but this, I'm going to guess this is a protest for the Vietnam War in 1970. If I had to associate an American university with protesting, maybe this is not, it's too contemporary, but I would definitely say that it's Berkeley. So with nothing else to bet on, I'll also admit I don't really know where Berkeley is, but somewhere in this region. It's the Pentagon. We were pretty close on the year. Well, if they'd shown me it from above, I probably could have figured it out. But I'm still content on the year. I mean, these are some serious cameras. So just because this is crystal clear, I don't think that means it was taken like last year. My guess would be that this is from the eruption or like soon after of that Icelandic volcano in like 2011. I'll just admit I don't know where that volcano is. So I'll just pop us down like right here and right here. Make a guess. You were 1 year off. It's correct. Photographers scrambling to capture the 2010 Eyjafjallajökull eruption. You know what's crazy about this? I had no concept. I have been to Hella, and it's a Derby thing. It's pronounced Hella, even though it's spelled Hekla. I had no idea that the Eyjafjallajökull volcano was like, it was right there. Tax stockholders $25 million. U.S. government liable. Name was Bank of U.S. Okay, we demand 100 cents on the... Okay, so this is the panic of... There was a bank panic that was a huge deal that was then dwarfed in history by the Great Depression. I don't think this is the Great Depression. I think this is the bank run before the Great Depression, is my guess at least. So I'm going to guess that this is like Wall Street. I don't precisely know where Wall Street is. It's probably on the map as we speak. Maybe this is literally just the Great Depression and I'm overthinking it. But was the Great Depression, I mean, I should be asking myself this. Was it caused by or catalyzed by bank insolvency? I guess I don't really know the cause that led to the Great Depression. I don't know. Listen, Occam's razor says this is 1928 in New York. So we go it's 1931 in New York. I was going to go back to like 1910, but anyway. Do you know I forget when I think it was like the Panic of 1912 or something like that. You know how J.P. Morgan tried to stop a run on the bank by telling his cashiers to count out the money as slow as possible? So people were all panicking and they're like, the bank's going to be insolvent. We've all got to line up and take our money out. J.P. Morgan said, all right, they want like, you know, their life savings. Give it to them in ones and count it out like. It's crazy. It's the same thing they do with Canadian Tire money. True, though. That's true. Are you telling me my money's not safe in Canadian Tire? I got to make a call. This is, I mean, you got to assume that this is the meeting of the cardinals in Vatican City. Just based on the film grain, I'm going to assume that this is around when they were trying to find a successor for Pope John Paul II. Pope John Paul II died in like 2003 or 2004, I think. That was 1964. That's a hell of a camera for 1964, dude. Holy cow. Did someone send an iPhone back to 1964? I guess I should have looked at the cars. That's true. The cars are very 1960s, but I don't know what the hell goes on inside of Vatican City. I didn't even know they were allowed to drive in there. 37,840 is not too bad, though. In Arizona, I'm guessing. How much of Arizona's economy is real estate? It seems like every time we get a house in these games, it's in Arizona. I don't know for a fact this is in Arizona, but it looks Arizonan. Also kind of looks like a California pizza kitchen, but okay. I mean, I don't have a great guess right off the bat. I'm just going to start the bidding at $425,000. Let's get some more information about it. It's in Arizona. We're going to go lower than this. Does like the world's tallest man with the world's tallest truck live here? Like, I'm not trying to be a hater, but like, what is this vestibule? It just seems like such a waste of space for me. Like, why don't you just wall this off, put a door on it, and then you got a space for like a mudroom or something like that. It's a nether portal. Oh, dude. One flint and steel and Oh, you're off to the races. That's a +2 for chat for sure. The heck is a mudroom? Mudroom is like when you come into your house, you got like a little space where you can take off your shoes and take off your coat and like put it on a coat hanger, and then you walk into like your real house. It's called a foyer? No. Foyer is when you walk into the house and there's a mat, and then the ceiling opens up to like 30 feet high, and then there's like a $75,000 chandelier, and then the owner of the house walks down a spiral staircase and says, "Glad you could make it," or something like that. "Thanks for coming." That's a foyer. A mudroom is when you've been out in the fucking rain at the park with your kid and you come inside, and before you take a step, your wife is like, "Take off your shoes, take off your coats, take off your shoes." That's the difference between a foyer and a mudroom, okay? Well, I'm going 345,000. I'm not going too much lower. 3 beds, 2 baths. Is it like this is like an illusion and this is the house? Single family home of zombie pigmen. Okay, take me down to 300. Okay, it was sold for 300,000. Holy cow, they like 2x'd in 2 years. Whoo! It did take 6 months to sell, but still. It looks nice. I mean, I actually have not seen the house. I've only seen that they have an enormous garage. Was 1,400 square feet? That's like fucked up. Because the garage is huge. It's like a 2-truck garage. Are they counting the garage in the space? Is this just a place for your car to live? I don't know. It's just wild. The garage does not count. I mean, the garage, I haven't seen it with the door open. This shit looks like 15 feet wide. You gotta assume it's at least, it's probably like longer than it is wide. The garage is like, like 500 square feet itself. That's a normal 2-car garage? Not where I'm from. Maybe in Arizona. 2-car garage in Vancouver is big enough for like a Fiat 500 and a bicycle. Even if you got a second bicycle, you have to mount it on like pegs on the wall. I mean, I'm also kind of losing it. Can you DM me the listing, please? I'm losing it because like that's a garage for trucks. The house sold for $300,000. Isn't like a Dodge Ram 1500 like 85,000 US by itself? 85,000 plus? It's like the shit in the garage is worth more than the house. You'd rather drive your house than sleep in your car. That's true. A house does get pretty terrible mileage. I don't even want to know how much gas it would take to move my house a kilometer. I don't know what kind of engine I'd have to get there either. Dodge Ram 1500 starts at 36,000 US. Hang on, let me open up incognito mode. How much is a 2023 Dodge Ram 1500? Wow, yeah, okay, my mistake. US $40,110. For some reason, every time I'm on the highway, every time I see a Dodge Ram 1500, I assume that like they're driving like they want to kill me because they need to murder at least a couple of people in order to justify the purchase price. But now that I know it's only, starts at $40,100, I'm like, what are you so mad about? Are you thinking of the Denali? All trucks look the same to me. Straight up. Like, I think that my anchor for a pickup truck is the Ford F-150. I think like a fully loaded Ford F-150 might be like 80 grand plus. So I always assumed like a Toyota Tacoma is exactly the same. And all the Chevy trucks, the Silverado, the Denali, I guess the Yukon's more like an SUV, but all that shit, any car that's like taller than the person driving it, I'm like, that's at least 80 grand. Anyway, I know I said we weren't going to play Wildfrost again, but I'm going to play Wildfrost again. We're away next week. I'm YouTube farming, and also I love the game. Of course, someone from Vancouver wouldn't know what trucks cost. Brother, I bet a lot of people know how much trucks cost in Vancouver because they got to go file a claim with ICBC when a drunk Dodge Ram 1500 driver fucking pancakes their car running a red light at 4:30 p.m. at the intersection of Boundary Road and Grandview Highway. If anything, you should be surprised by my incredible defensive driving that I don't know what a Dodge Ram 1500 costs. I've never had someone smash into me while I'm just trying to, live my life. Why so much specificity? Well, earlier today when I was pooping, I'd read about the most dangerous intersections for vehicular accidents in... Whoa. The most dangerous intersections for vehicular accidents in British Columbia. A lot of them I didn't know. They were in like Langley and Abbotsford. But then one of them, I was like, Trans-Canada Highway at the Willingdon exit for Burnaby. That was like number 3 or number 4. And I was like, no shit. The highway is going. Everybody's driving like as fast as possible. There's a 2-lane on-ramp that instantly becomes a 2-lane off-ramp. So everybody in the right 2 lanes on the highway is trying to merge over so that they can exit, while simultaneously everybody in the 2 on-ramps is trying to merge to the left so that they can get on the highway. I don't know what they were thinking. It's the exit I had to get off on to get to Costco. It's also the exit that I had to get off on to go to BCIT night class. Back before in the pre-Chat GPT-4 era, where I thought that computer programming skills would give me some job security. Sorry, I'm not trying to be too real. Stop. Chat GPT, people have not internalized yet how much Chat GPT-4 is going to disrupt the industry of algorithmically deriving and pushing website pages that misestimate a celebrity's net worth. Thread emoji pointing downwards. We could hit it and just get 4 bling out of it. It's true. It's a good point. We could hit it with like one of our worst abilities. That way we at least get the bling. We've been healed. You're about to do 2 damage, restore 2 health to all allies. I'm just gonna ink you up. I'm not sweating the Berry Witch's healing ability. That's like, it's not relevant to me. You're about to do 2 damage. I am gonna set up the kill just so we can take advantage of this. You do no damage, which is nice. And we want you to get a kill this turn. Okay. Probably could have set up a combo, but I'll take it. Very good for bling. Are you concerned about the inflationary impact of adding this much bling to the economy? No, because the bling is the bling inflation is transitory. Oh no, all the startup CEOs tried to take all their money out of my bling bank. I couldn't have possibly seen this coming. You're about to snow? Nobody's really taking damage. You only do 1. I'm going to move Bushu up to take the hit. And then I'm going to play Bling Bank. So hopefully we can farm up a little extra cash here. Now you're about to do 6 damage, which is pretty nuts.
Nuts? He's nuts?
Where did that come from? I did say nuts. What did you say? Just hit me with a D's nuts. I'm just ambiently. I'm in my office right now. I'm working. Getting D's nuts in my sanctuary. It's my safe place where the horrors of the world can't reach me. You can only be snowed for 1. Be nice if you died. I would start with some snow on you. Just waste your time a little bit. Tick down our timers. We swap you. You're going to attack. You slow the boss for 1. We respect that. You do 1 damage. I'm going to snow you. Just set your timer up properly. Yuki is... Oh, right. We applied 3 chili peppers to everybody now. So you're attacking for 6. Correct? This is not 6 plus 6. You're about to attack for 7. Hit me with the Berry Blast. I've lived. I've done the mathematics properly. You have 72 life, which is not what I want to see. This time you're doing 1. I feel like I'm... You put Snoof down, Yuki up, and then a Sun Rod on Yuki to get some damage down here as fast as possible. And we're doing 20 damage ourselves. Right, because of the order, the Chili Peppers meant that Snoof died, but at least we got the boss killed. I think all of our units were on 1 HP. Someone was dying. It makes the most sense to kill Snoof, because he only comes back with 1 less HP. It's like, task failed successfully. What if you played Woodhead? Then I wouldn't have been able to play Sunrod to get the fucking Yuki timer down. Then the Makoko would have gotten 1 extra turn as a result of it. You gotta think about your counterfactuals, okay? Yuki's 1-1 regardless. Bro, Yuki had to survive to do the 50 fucking damage to the boss. If Yuki's not there, we just can't kill the boss. What are you thinking? Yuki attacks before with Sunrod, but they're not gonna play fucking Woodhead if I can't play Sunrod. Doesn't make any damn sense. We're going through the min-max here to figure out how to save 1 HP on Snuff. You lost your damn mind. You got listen. I'm just gonna say, I'm the same guy every day. I come in on Monday. I come in on Friday. I'm the same guy. We play London. Chat's a nice environment. No timeouts. No bans. When we play Wildfrost, we're running it like a ban an hour, honestly. And then the on-ban requests have the audacity to be like, "You've changed, brother." Been rocking the same thing since like 2008. Look in the mirror. Bet you wish you could snow this guy? Snuff's right here. My man's he's just chilling. He still snows. He's just got red text. Look at it, they're backseating the backseating now. Are there more bans because you pay more attention to chat during London? You have friends to distract you? I read the chat during London. It's all people going, "Let's fucking go!" And Wildfrost, people they type an essay, but they type it at like 11 words per minute, so it comes out and immediately gets flooded, and it's about something that happened on screen like 9 minutes ago. And then when people are like, "Yo, chill," they're like, "Oh, sorry, I thought that constructive criticism was welcome." It's not. That's where you're wrong. This is not, I'm not on r/roast me. Now, if you see me on there, it's not me. Someone's stolen my photo. If I wanted your opinion, I'd walk into the Wendy's and say, "What's good here," okay? Sorry, recall. Hang on. Origin, you were too fast for me. You weakening me is not relevant. The mimic is kind of relevant, but it's okay. Let's get a cheeky out there. Oh, hang on, I gotta knock on the window. All right. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, 1 second. I need to go get my wife. I'll be back in just a sec. Come back, first thing I see is R.E.M. poster. Some things never change. We had an appointment at the house today. It was my wife scheduled the appointment. Dude for the appointment shows up. Guess who's in the damn shower? Saying, "Can I help you?" Women do be shopping, man. Dare roll. It's not a misogynistic joke. She was just in the shower. It's not offensive to say women shower. Women be stinky too. If anything, it's an equal opportunity joke. Okay, /marker Wildfrost. I don't know, man. The odds of this ever getting edited, given that we're going away in like 18 hours or something like that. Not 18 hours, like 54 hours. No, wait, 35 hours, something like that is pretty low. This may never make it to YouTube, which would be hilarious because it's guaranteed to be our first win. Okay. Luckily, it's a game that's really easy to get your, like if you go away for a minute, it's really easy to come back and remember exactly where you were. What the hell were we doing? But you have to take the one hit from him.
Is everything okay?
Everything's good.
Did you say anything?
Yeah, we can talk about it after the stream, though. Everything's fine. I just didn't know, because, like, some Doordash came, and that dude was standing out there, and he waved at me. And I said, I waved back at him. And then, like, a second later, he knocked on the window and put his business card up. And I was like, oh, I guess. Then I yelled. I was like, Kate, Kate! You were in the shower, and I was like, what the hell?
I know you came, you said you would come at 11:35.
We got different measures of time, for sure. If I had an appointment at 11:30,
Look, it's not even 11:35 right now.
yeah, I know it's not even 11:35, but you know, there's an implicit 10-minute window around an appointment. They might come at 11:20, they might come at 11:40.
Well, then they should come at the time that they said they will come. not the 10-minute early, 10-minute late.
Well, if we applied that same logic to ourselves, we would never get anything done. We're 10 minutes late for everything we go to.
That's not true. We're on time. We're on time. I'm on time too.
I'm on time.
I'm on time. I'm on time.
Anyway, it all went fine.
He didn't go like, oh, we couldn't see the bathroom, so it's everything.
No, everything's good.
Is all good?
Everything's good, I promise.
Okay.
Your husband's a very capable man.
Okay.
I got it under control.
Roasting.
Oh, thank you. Now that I know it's my Doordash, I'm okay. Let's go! Streamer moment. Show food? It's just it's just a little, it looks like some Papa's Freezeria stuff. I didn't order DoorDash. My wife ordered DoorDash for me. There's a subtle but legal difference. You should come out here first. You got to come out ASAP. I can't believe we're still alive. This will be the worst video of all time, though. Unless we win. A part of me is like, if I just... Oh, I don't want to recall a graph. Yeah. Let me... This is so tasty. Holy fuck. No wonder people be ordering this stuff, man. Holy cow. It's exquisite. What is it? It's a Juggo juice. Jugo juice? Probably some, it's like a milk, banana, peanut butter, cocoa powder, fake healthy but damn delicious. It's a chug jug. It's a big slurpa. Call me crazy? I think you redraw here. We have to be concerned about the pepper. The pepper is the concern. Because when I hit you, you're going to apply 4 pepper to the allies in the row. So I need to make sure you die, and you die. Which is, I think mathematically, we like exactly have it. Because you guys are going to go first. Yeah, okay. So this will be 8 damage. We need to mix it up. So it'll be 8 damage, 8 damage, 8 damage, and then only you will be left. Ah! One of the grobs is only 3 attack! What the hell happened, man? Why? How did he get 3 attack? Because of the grumpy guy. Okay, hold on. Slash marker. That's going to be Scuttled Wildfrost. Because of the grump. Quick restart me. You didn't miss much. What difficulty modifier is this? You ever see the Simpsons episode where Lisa Simpson can't solve the puzzle on the back of the lunchbox? And Ralph Wiggum does it? That's how I feel with everybody coming in. They're like, I'm a huge fan of you playing Wildfrost. I've seen every episode. What Ascension is this? It's fucking Ascension 0. What do you think? It's the best juice I've ever had in my life. I should not be allowed to drink it ever again. When hit, you apply frost. I wouldn't mind wiping the other enemies first then. What flavor is it? Brown? Holy cow. I got so much, like, blood sugar now. Is this what... It's like when I invented focusing during London yesterday by just taking a deep breath before flicking the analog stick. That's crazy. Okay, go ahead and smack me. By the way, while active, add some thorns to all my units. We're also, I mean, we got a crazy combo play coming in. Might as well get a snoof out there. Here it comes. Oh, 3 eggs combo. Oh, it's a 5 eggs combo. Now you're slowed forever. Give me a double axe on you. You can now tank a shot here. It's gonna be close, honestly. Oh, you know what? There's some plays here. Summon a Junjun to take a hit, which also then gives you a redraw of the utmost value. I definitely feel like first though, well in this case, let's keep you frozen, and let's double this and give it to the next guy, and then all we need to do is redraw a doubling, and then it's over. Oh, he died anyway. He's done it. We finally won a round. What happened to Brighter? They got the crypto eyes. Victory? Question mark. 2 slurp juices on a single ape. Okay, take me back to town. New Frost Guardian ascended. Is this this is the trick? Is this who I have to fight next time? Hey, Crack Dota, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. How the hell am I supposed to attack a boss that has all this shit attached to it? That's a great gimmick. I don't think it's possible I'm ever going to get a win again. I guess Ink or something like that. Anyway, we did it. We did it. Dude, honestly, call me crazy. I'm going to try to do 2 more Wildfrost runs. Here go 2 more for you. I'm going to try to beat myself. Slash marker. Wildfrost. Streamer beats himself on camera. Coming in there. What are you doing? I'm kicking my... Do you mind? Sorry, we're in the first minute, so I'm not allowed to swear legally. Hey guys, just wanted you to know, Windows 10 is telling me I have a very high pollen alert. That's good to know. I mean, I know Kate was talking about that on her stream. Windows 10 do be giving you like pop-ups in the toolbar, and it'll be like emergency, and I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? And it's like there's construction 35 minutes away from you, and I'm like, oh, thank God. I appreciate the intel. Rip, it just moved to 11. I finally get the chance to do the chat what they always do to me. Have you ever considered simply not having seasonal allergies? The air's mighty fresh today. Yummy. We got 12 bling out of that. The doubters are slurping tonight. Thank you for the raid, Daniel. Thank you. This, for once when we played this game, the doubters were not slurping. By the way, I can't really think of a better endorsement of this game than the fact, and Daniel will really appreciate this, the fact that we're playing this game like all week. Normally I try to mix it up, but this it's a combination of having to farm for YouTube plus also it being great, and also me getting my ass kicked a lot, has led me to play this more frequently, and I'm greatly enjoying myself. Now listen, you have to go first. I wonder if the bosses get modified as well. Listen, anytime I see you say I wonder, there's a strong chance in my head that the answer is yes, and you already know that, but you want me to, oh, you actually don't know? Okay, never mind then. My mistake. I don't think we should song box you. I don't think it's relevant. I don't think, you know what? Just to get your damage up by 1. Oh, he's got thorns! No! How did that happen? It's charm! You go first. Get some bling. Snow me. Take the kill. Not too bad. This game is a banger. It's the only game ever made with good art, and I stand by that. Listen, I'm not trying to be an extreme hater, but of the 3 deck builders that are top of mind right now, there's like best art, not even close. It's like in the exalted S tier of the tier list is Wildfrost. Slay the Spire is inert, and then like across the obelisk, it went the exact opposite design philosophy. Like, imagine Slay the Spire is the unupgraded card. There's 2 upgrades you could take. More complicated gives you across the obelisk, but it also gives you online co-op. Some good, some bad. Completely refined artwork is the other one. I know where I want to be. Monster Train is crying. Monster Train, great game. The aesthetic in this overall is a lot better. I love Monster Train, or loved it at least, but this has, like, it's got more character. No shot? Bro, look at this screenshot of Monster Train. It's a good looking game, but like this shit looks like it was made by Pendleton Ward. What about Midnight Suns? That's true. Midnight Suns looks great too. People aren't ready for that one yet, though. Do they have jury duty in Canada? I hope not. There's a little copium here, but I also think like they just wouldn't give me jury duty. Just because I think like, I don't think I'm cut out for jury duty. I don't know if I'm too normal or too crazy. I feel like if they started asking me questions, like what kind of question do they give you for jury duty? If you found a turtle with his, that was on his back in the desert, would you flip him over? Maybe, I don't know. I guess at first I'd ask him if he's trying to get a tan on his underside. If only there was a mimic to tank the poison. You should buy this game. Actually, you know what? No, you shouldn't, because I don't want you to contribute to the negative Steam reviews. Could somebody in the class explain why we wouldn't allow our mimic to get killed? Why is letting the mimic die a bad idea? It's my win condition. Okay, but put it in terms that I can understand, please. It's the only thing that does damage. Correct. It's the only thing on the squad that does damage. I'm losing it, man. Listen, I'm not going to repeat the sentence, chat is so dumb. But I'm kind of losing it at that every turn, people are saying play the pinkberry juice. Like, literally, on that turn, people were like, play the pinkberry juice. Have you lost your mind? What am I going to do? Chug this dude to death? Now, this turn, the pinkberry juice might actually be important. Don't get me wrong, because you need to live. You're doing quite a lot of damage. My hero having haze kind of sucks. I still think, like, we might just die to the enemies. Or, like, to our own dude that we made last time. Like, look at him. Everybody's got 3 thorns. The big lad has smack back. This is the deck we won with last time. It's a disaster. Thorns and smackback are like hard counter to what we built. If only we knew. It's like you just have to die. You have to like die before I can attack. Or I could put as much armor as possible on everybody, but I can't put armor on you, because if I put armor on you, you'll fucking die. I don't think I can do anything. I don't think I can get him. Even with life, you're gonna blow yourself up on the thorns. I just have to recall you when you're about to attack, and well, there's like some prayer involved, I guess. And you absolutely have to die. That's not up for discussion. So let's start there. And then there. It's still a long road. Now, you apply 3 snow, which is just cruel. Your ass will literally die if you attack. So frustrating, because my ass only has to hit you for 2. None of my shit is going to hit you for 2. Except Shellbow, but then that gives this guy armor. Okay, fine. No! Why does he have more HP than I thought? I did the math wrong. I was counting green bulbs and brown bulbs. Okay, you're about to do 21 damage to us. Alright, I'll just accept my loss on that one. That time, I think we built a deck that was like good enough to make it to the boss, but it can't beat the thing that we built last time. So there's no chance. Anyway, let me see if Kate's ready to stream. She's already streaming. Look at that. Alright, slash marker, Wildfrost, end. I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Tomorrow we'll do Jackbox and something else. Probably no Wildfrost in the morning. There's been a little too much Wildfrost, but I enjoyed it today anyway. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Later!
It is wild to me that one can inherit 32,000 houses in my country and pay €0 in tax because they are packaged in a company. What the heck? What? I feel like I missed out on a lot of information in that. But that is 32,000 houses? What the hell? What the hell? 32,000 houses? Okay, you can avoid taxes, you know. Oh yeah, anyone can avoid taxes. Eventually you go to the jail, that's the catch. Anyone has ability to not pay tax. However, you do have to pay the price. If you're rich enough, taxes aren't real. I don't know. It's like telling someone like, hey, you can be a thief and steal stuff. And like technically everybody, I guess, could be a thief. But it's just like people choose not to because that's just wrong. It's just the same thing. hey, you can avoid tax. I'm like, yeah, anyone can avoid tax. But, like, majority of people don't. Because that's just the wrong thing to do. Majority, huh? Wait, are you not paying tax? Watanabe! Hide! FBI, open up! We got him. This whole thing was just to get you to see if you're paying tax or not. And oh no, this whole thing was the trap. And you're in the trap now. FBI, open up! Dong 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 dong. Can I claim these gifts as donations on my tax? No. No. Cause I don't have like notary what was like donation numbers, like registered numbers. I think I told you guys the story that a couple who lives in Richmond got divorced recently, but then the husband got arrested by CRA, which is like IRS, like a Canadian version. And then what happened was that the husband, he claimed that he only made like $3,000 a month or something like that. But actually, he was like the main, like the source. Like I forgot what that is, but like he basically delivers meat, like raw meat, to all these like restaurants and stuff. Like he's like the big guy. Like he's not just like one guy who delivers like a beef to a person's door. Like he's basically like the guy distributor. Yes, he's the like the meat distributor. And then but he claimed that he only made $3,000 a month, right? Because apparently he did all of his like deals in cash, so there was no paper trail, I guess. So he just claimed that he made $3,000 a month. Actually, in reality, he made much more than that. And apparently he owned like 2-3 houses in Richmond, and like owned luxury cars and whatnot. Like something that obviously a person who makes $3,000 cannot have. And so no, like I guess like CRA didn't know about this until the wife decided to divorce him. And then the court sees on the document that obviously her husband makes $3,000 a month and doesn't own anything. And so the court was gonna like rule, like a lot less of money. And the wife goes like, excuse me, that's not true. He actually makes a lot of money, and he has all these things that he did not not claim for. And so the CRA went like, he did what, you say? And so CRA basically like, like dong dong dong, open up the door. We're like coming in to get all the documents and whatnot, like paper trails. And then he freaked out when he saw CRA knocking on his front door. He like literally made the dumbest move, which was unplug the laptop and threw it out in front of his like window. But he didn't live in like 20 floor apartment. He lives in a house. So imagine throwing your laptop out of your like ground floor to ground floor. Like, it's gonna maybe damage the laptop, but it's not gonna be totally broken into pieces that they won't be able to see him. And so he was like, CRA! And then he just like threw the laptop through the like front window, and he was like, whoosh! And then he tried to like hide and run away. And then CRA was like, is this guy for reals? So they just collected like his laptop, which was like right in front of the window, and arrested the guy. And then like he's in jail for like, I don't know, like 30 years or something. Man, it was really good. It was a very good story, because I'm just like, so I guess technically the scary thing about the story is that if if the couple never wanted to get divorced, then CRA had no way for them to, I guess, discover. I don't know. Like, I don't know how things work, but it would have been very difficult, I guess, for CRA to discover like the unclaimed properties and taxes that he did not pay, etc., etc. But he's in jail now, though. Nah. It is very hard to track cash, so that's why he did all of his business with cash. But I think things like story like that happens now and then, and every time whatever happens, CRA builds like a, you know, like a stone wall gate and be like, we're going to make sure that you're not like money laundering or avoiding taxes. It's like, as an honest citizen of Vancouver, as a person who pay all our taxes and whatnot, all these bad people make our lives harder. Cause it's just like, back then it was like much less paper to submit for like, you know, like tax season and whatnot. Now it's just like so much more, just cause of these freaking evil people, the avoiding the tax, freaking. But I feel like it's obviously, I don't know, some people, you know, they're built different in a way that they're dumb, and they just go like, ain't no way they can catch me, and then eventually they get caught up, and they, you know, going to go to jail. So do you want to money launder through me? I will only take 1% cut, and I will clean that money up real good. I don't even know how money laundering works, honestly. Like, I know what it means and everything, but I don't know, like do, like, you just give, like, you just do things by cash or something, right? Or like you make like a bank account in Switzerland and then like just put it there or something. It's just like, just put them all in cash, never leave a paper trail so the government cannot track it down, right? It's just like that. Yeah, you, like, I don't know, man. I watched the what's the episode about like money laundering, and I'm just like, was not interested, because it's just like, I don't know, I'm not gonna money launder. I don't know, it doesn't seem like a interesting subject, so I just never really got invested in it. Money laundering goes crazy. You just put everything in cash and then give that cash to like 3-year-old and say that 3-year-old made this much money, and then put them down and this and things like that, right?
If you made money through illegal means, you funnel it through a legal business, thus generating cash you can spend without creating suspicion.
Yeah, but then how do you do that?
Well, in Breaking Bad, they've made a lot of money selling meth, so they bought a car wash, and then you just make up like fake invoices for the car wash.
Thinking that they made like 3,000 when they made like $1.
Yeah, casinos. Yeah, the casinos is another one. Go in with $10,000 in cash, get $10,000 in chips, gamble for half an hour, cash out $10,000 in chips, take out $10,000 in cash.
Oh, it's too much work.
I know.
I told my chat many times, I think I'm too lazy to be evil.
To be a criminal, yeah.
I can't, I'm too lazy to do money laundering. I'm too lazy to, like, I don't know, like, kill somebody.
It's hard enough to be a law-abiding citizen.
I know.
Well, you know how it is. Like, when you apply for a mortgage, you got to give them 15,000 documents. You really imagine, like, doing those all up in Photoshop or something like that? It would take hundreds of hours.
90 minutes for 10,000? But it's not 90 minutes for 10,000, though. You have to, like, set it up with casino, like, you know, fly there, like, you know, it's not just like you input 90 minutes and then output you get 10,000. It's like, it's so much more 2 get to 90 minutes. Money launder 3 anonymous Twitch donation. I don't think that's how it works.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna go to the bank.
Okay. And you're gonna get that $10,000 illegally. That's true. That gotta be like the first step. First step, get $10,000 illegally, and then somehow work a deal with the casino, and then get the fly there, stay there, and get the money. You still need to get the dirty money. That's the hard part, honestly. I don't know. Mr. White didn't make it that hard. Mr. White, Jesse. Are there no casinos in Vancouver? No, we got casinos in Vancouver. But I don't know if that's like the way for them to money launder. I don't think. Do gamble? Yo, you know the on the stream that I said I want to buy a lottery ticket. What's the secret to get the first place? I got an email saying like, hey, would you like to sponsor? Would you like to have a sponsor stream of like you gambling? And I was like, oh my gosh, they sniped me, dude. They sniped me. Who sold me out? But the chat was like, do not gamble. And then I got an email saying like, hey, do you want to gamble? What the hell? Take the deal now. No way! Do you want the Miku mobile, Kate? Ryan's buying me that in 10 years. I don't need to work for it. Sheesh. Do you want to wait 10 years? I want to wait 10 years. Yes. I want to wait 20. You want to, Ryan said he wants to wait 20. No, I want to wait 10 years. Cause like if I get it now, it's like it's not as cool. But in 10 years, Luna would be what? 13 years old? And then I drive up to the school to pick her up with my Miku car. Then like, you know, then it goes like, sheesh, that's cool. But then if I drive up to daycare with my Miku car, then people go like, whoa, that mom is weirdo. You know what I mean? Different picture. Wait for it to be vintage. You'll get your daughter bullied 100%? Ain't no way. Maybe, if anything, I will get a wait list. They'll be like, write down the friend's name who wants to ride my Ferrari. And, you know, maybe we can give them a ride for your birthday party. So about the 32,000 houses, it is due to a loophole specific to company inheritance. If the amount of inheritance tax to be paid would be so large that the heir would have to spend more than half of their cash assets on it, the tax will be waived. But honestly, by the time when someone inherits 32,000 houses, I feel like as a government, I might just do the same. 32,000 houses? Come on! We're not even talking about beehives here. What the fuck? Are you serious? 32,000 houses? Do we even have 32,000 houses in Vancouver? I feel like we have less than 32,000 houses. If someone owns, like, all the houses in Vancouver, dude, I just give up. Honestly, as a government, I think I'll do the same. I give up. What can you do? Some big rental companies manage 100,000 houses. Yeah, but then it's not like... It's like all person, though. It's all person. It's all person's inheritance. Not like many places. At the top is a person. That's crazy. I guess, like, if you work in that company, then you're just managing, like, 2 or 3. I guess that's your job, managing 2 or 3. Probably more than 2 or 3. Probably like 10 or something. It gotta be at least 10. Or then they will have too many people working. And then they use all the rent they get to buy more houses. And then they have monopoly over the rental marketplace. Oh my gosh. Bro, that is the name of the game. Monopoly. They really did Monopoly. Crazy stuff. And then they hiked the price to get even more money. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. They named the phenomenon after the game. Crazy stuff. You think they're laundering money through their 32,000 houses management company? Probably not, just because I don't think the tenants will pay their rent by cash. But you make up fake tenants who do pay with cash. It's like, at this point, we're writing like, just a possibilities. It's not true. These are not true. This is not, like, true story. This is just, like, hypothetical things that one can do. This is absolutely what happens. How come then the government doesn't visit them and then be like, is this true? 700 people brainstorming Kate's money laundering empire. Like I said, I don't have the dirty money. Give him the dirty money first, and then we can talk about it. Mr. White makes it seems easy. He just bakes meth in his kitchen. Reading some of these comments means job security as an accountant. Oh my god. It's the cleanest meth you ever seen, Jesse. The moral of the story is you should just stick with selling meth. I don't even know how to make one to start with.
Swedish Aladdin. I can show you the fjords. Colt Boulart with lingonberries. Henrik Daniel Sundin Elias Pettersson. Matt Sundin, a whole new world. Sorry.